there's one place to start. We have to start at the Spurs Stadium. All right, it's remarkable, I think, despite the fact that they've been there 5 times under Pep and lost there all the time, that Spurs beat City, given the malaise, given Conte not being there. There's a massive story breaking as we go to air, which we'll mention, the fact that 4-year Premier League investigation, I was so adamant about this. I said, listen, either bring a charge or drop the investigation. Nobody should have this hanging over them for 4 years. Well, guess what? They have now been charged with a whole raft of breaches of Premier League financial fair play dating back to 2009. Yeah. We'll bring you more of that on the Gab Juls podcast. But the game itself, and I want to start with the positive. I don't just want to point out City's flaws in this, because I want to start with Spurs, because I thought without Conte, they went out there, they played well. Yeah. I don't buy this curse of the Tottenham Stadium. To me, it's happenstance and whatever. Harry Kane, though, he gets the goal. He has not beaten Jimmy Greaves' record. I'm sorry. He has not. He has not. Not in the real world, but he will very, very soon. Only Wayne Rooney and Alan Shearer ahead of them on the all-time scoring table in the Premier League, obviously. I think he's going to pass Rooney. He needs, 8 goals for that? Shearer maybe trickier, but remarkable. He could have had more later on. Yeah, I was at the game, to be fair. We felt like really a very special moment, which it should be. And right, it's an amazing record to break. When you think that 9 years ago against Sunderland, he made his first start for the team, and the team Sherwood scored his first goal, and then 266 have followed in 9 seasons. It's remarkable. 200 in the league, as you said, in 304 games, which shows how incredibly talented what a player he is. He's worked so hard for it. It's great. I mean, yesterday on Sunday against City, gifted that goal by terrible mistake by Rodri, of course, and then it's one of the easiest finishes that Kane would have in this record amount of goals. But still, they defended well. Their shape was really good. They fought hard. And I think they were very much helped by the fact that Pep Guardiola got everything wrong in that game, from the starting 11 to all the substitutions that he made or didn't make. Right. Just to remind us about the way Pep Guardiola set up in this game and some of the choices. Inevitably, the critics are going to say, he's overthinking. I kind of think when you go and you play this lineup and you leave Gundogan out, you leave Kevin De Bruyne out, Ruben Dias and Laporte, Ruben Dias was the freaking player of the year not that long ago. You saw him afterwards doing sprints on the pitch. He looks fit. But maybe he was not fit enough to start a game like that. I don't know. A game like that against the mighty Spurs, and you're better off with Akanji and Rico Lewis. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's been very happy with Akanji and Ike the last few games. Rico Lewis because he plays him so much as an inverted fullback, bring clearly something that he loves, and I thought Lewis did well in the game. Fullback, like he loves inverted fullbacks, like the Portuguese guy who just went to Bayern? Yeah, but he didn't love him anymore. Oh, that's why he sent him away, like that. Although he says that he still loves him, I don't think he does. But the 4-2-4 and that front four of Grealish, Mahrez, and then Alvarez and Haaland together in the center just didn't work. I don't know what was the idea against a back five, a defense with 5 players. I don't know if you thought having 4 forwards would help you, because Spurs were very comfortable all the time, apart from the Mahrez shot on the bottom of the bar at the end of the first half that came from a Spurs mistake. But apart from that, they felt very comfortable. They were never 2v1. There was never an extra City player somewhere. So whatever Pep thought before the game just didn't work. I thought with Alvarez and Haaland effectively playing through the middle, I would have thought, all right, you're going to get a ton of pressing, high press, and it's going to be effective. And, they'll have through balls. One comes short, the other one goes long. We saw none of that. Erling Haaland ending up without a single shot on goal, just a handful
touch in the box,
of touches, none of them in the box.
None of them in the box.
I mean, that's on Pep.
That's on Pep, I think. And also, I think Bernardo Silva, who we all love, and he's an amazing player, but in that system, touches the ball far too much. And I was sat next to Jana Gofjotov, our friend, of course. And we were looking at Haaland especially. And every time he was making a run, the ball would never come, apart from the second half when De Bruyne tried to play him through. And then there's a good defending by Davis, I think it was, or Dyer. But so they never even used his runs and his calls in the front 4, front 2 like that with him and Alvarez. Alvarez the same, by the way, making those runs that no one was giving him the ball to. I just think that, City, which enough there happens. It can happen to anyone. But I thought De Bruyne
I
came on too late. And by the way, he played him out wide on the right for most of that second half. Made no sense. Gundogan on the bench until 80th minute made no sense either.
I think the difficulty is when you have when your off day coincides with making all these decisions which appear unusual.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.